Does that light go on, the recording light?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna try it.
There's just, I can't remember if the switch is on the back or inside. It might be,
I'm sure there's a little.
I think it's really weird. I think
Maybe
you
I have to
slide
slide
the
this
front.
out.
Yeah, I think that's where it is.
Ah. Oh, this is cute.
Yeah, when I lived in Hollywood with Allie, we converted the closet into a little recording studio. So she got that to let people know when we were in there.
Bet. Oh, Lord, have mercy. All right.
All right, we are rolling
Mhm.
anywhere. Thumbs up
Oh,
or quiet?
sorry. I took something wrong real quick. Hold on one second.
Instagram with the
Khadijah. I can't even spell Khadijah right. Regina.
Living single Khadijah?
Huh?
Living single Khadijah?
Yeah. I'm mixing up the Would You Rather and Sinclair. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna switch it up. Smart.
Can't wait till we have our mugs.
All right. When you're ready. Cool.
I'm ready, Freddie.
All right.
Did I do my little sound test thingy thing?
Yeah.
I'm good. Okay.
Clapping. All right. 3, 2, 1. This is Tinsel Town Tea, episode 81.
Yeah.
Take one. Only take.
Hey! Hello! Oh my God, I forgot.
It's all right,
So
babes.
this entire episode, we're going to be using our British accents.
Ooh, the entire episode.
The entire episode. And the reason being is because we're annoying.
Ah!
And also because I've been waiting for this moment my entire life.
Babe,
I
don't
been
think I can do the
practicing.
whole episode.
Okay, I'm going to do the whole episode.
Okay.
And then, because it does kind of hurt the little throat box. So
Yeah.
I might go in and out. But yeah, I've been literally preparing for this my entire life. So this is
Truly.
awesome. Anyways, Tinsel Town Tea,
Yes.
episode 81. Can you believe it? Also, want to do a little
Welcome.
plug. We have merch now. We have
Yes.
a website. Oh my God, tinseltowntea.com. Look us up.
Listen, we take pounds, mostly dollars, though.
Yeah.
We truly.
Yes. But if you have euros,
But
it's okay.
yes, please.
We don't
Overseas
discriminate.
Currency, we need it all.
We need it all.
all.
And it supports us. It supports the network so we can continue to do
Yes.
what we do here,
That's
which is
right.
give you guys the tea of the tinsel
Absolutely.
of the town. So anyways, yeah, if you can see in the video. So we're back to video recording also. Oh my God, I forgot to
Hey.
say that. We're back in our studio, our beautiful period podcast studio today.
Madness,
And we are
guys.
going to be giving you guys videos of our recordings again because we know how you guys enjoyed those before.
right.
So, yeah, we're excited. It's a lot going on. We're
so
happy.
much going
We're
on.
excited
Truly.
and we're doing the goddamn thing now. It's just mad.
It's
mad.
madness, babes.
It's mad.
Mm.
Anyways,
Mm.
so yeah, every single episode we will be wearing our merch, or we will have our merch in there for you to take a look. So today's episode, we have our beautiful eco tote bag, Tinsel Town Tea Co.
That's right.
It's eco-friendly, so give it a whirl. It fits all my shit in there.
Yes.
And it's just a nice bag. So
Honestly, you throw anything in there, going wherever you go. It's so convenient, and honestly, it's a great price. Go on the website, see how much it is, tinseltowntea.com.
Yes.
And truly, you will be inspired by all the things, guys.
all the teens. See, I'm cutting out now. I'm going back to my
It's all
American
good.
roots. But anyways, y'all, enough of the plugs.
Yes.
Let's get back to the show. What is the show today? We're doing a review.
That's right.
We are doing a goddamn review. And yeah, we are I'm just so excited. There's just so much going on. And just,
Truly.
Tinsel Town Tea is growing, guys. And I'm so excited. We have some really cool guests coming for you guys within the next couple months. And
That's right.
shit is going to be amazing.
Yep.
We're starting off with our Would You Rather, of course. Judith is going to take that away.
Yes, I'm gonna do that in my regular accent because I can't. I'm not strong as Corey. Whew, I'm just not strong. But so this would you rather is a little bit different this time. So we usually do like a would you rather. As you know, the setup is like would you rather do this or that. So I have 2 potential questions. I'm gonna need your help because of my indecisive ass. So so I love living single, and I wanted to kind of do a would you rather based off of them because truly amazing. And I truly think it came in my head because this week was the BET Awards, and they did a tribute to Queen Latifah because duh, she deserves her flowers. Okay, and she played the legendary Khadijah off of Living Single. So I have 2 potential questions. You tell me which one we choose. Which character would you want a spin-off of Living Single to follow, or which Living Single character would you say best embodies you? So either we exploring some reboots or we can explore sort of our personal.
You know what? I'm going to explore both. Hey. Let's do both a little piece.
Let's do it.
So I would say that I personally am a mix between Regine, played by the beautiful Kim Fields, which you can see her on Upshaws.
Yes.
And
so
Erica Exalander, who plays Maxine.
Yes.
So I'm
Maxine
definitely
Waters.
a mix between Regine and Maxine. But I would love to see a spin-off of, that is so hard.
Yeah.
Maybe just a spin-off of just the girls.
Ooh,
you know, the guys are awesome. We love them.
That's
but
true.
just the girls, the living single. How about that? Like, I think that would be so mad.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
I think that would be great.
I would like literally tune in every. I'd be there.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
I mean, because they all bring their own little piece.
Yes.
Of spice of personality.
Yes.
To the show. So I don't think I can just focus on one. They all fit together really good, and it just makes a perfect apple pie. I don't know.
Have your cake and eat it too.
Yes. Okay. Back to the American accent.
You did good though. You did really good.
I'll be back later. Just got my throat is getting a little bit. It's like very hard to keep it going.
Yes.
Oh my God. What about you?
Yeah, I think I'm a mix as well. I think I'm a mix of honestly, I'm a mix of all 4 of them. But in reality, I think I'm a Khadijah because she's very like career driven, but she's still like balanced and like level headed. And I think I want to say Maxine, but I'm a Sinclair. I'm silly, goofy most of the time. So career oriented, but still silly and goofy. And sometimes it's like, whatever. Like
she was so
life
sweet.
Is good and sweet. Yeah, she's very, 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 very sweet. If I were gonna do a spinoff, it's so hard because shout out to Yvette Lee Bowser who created the show and also she was a showrunner, I believe, for Dear White People, and she has a new show out on BET Plus. Forgive me, Run the World, I think it's called. Okay, but I'm gonna double check that for you guys. But she's killing the game. She's been killing it for a long time. Period. Point blank. But I think I would do a spinoff of Maxine because I would just love to see her have a law show, but the comedy of it all, and like Maxine's Shaw, attorney at law, and kind of have her own firm, and then we go in there with all these black lawyers cutting up and getting these cases and being on their shit. So I would choose Maxine. Although I would have loved to seen like Sinclair and Overton and their love story.
I know, they were so cute and goofy.
They were so adorable. But yeah, I would go with Maxine. Although Regine's character just seems like so much fun.
She is, that is who I am on some days. I am a Regine. But she grew up rich, right? Yeah. No, I did not grow up rich, but I always thought I should have grown up rich.
Honestly,
so that's the world I saw for myself.
Truly.
But anyways, Run the World, I looked it up. Okay. It is on, what is it on? Showtime?
Oh, okay. Forgive me, y'all. Yeah, Showtime. But yeah,
no, it's on Stars.
Stars.
I always get them niggas
one of those.
confused.
One of the ones we.
It's on one of them niggas
afford.
I can't afford. Thanks. Okay.
We try to support, but my God.
But I be seeing ads for that show all down my Instagram timeline, and it has 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
I believe that. I think
so. That kind of means that you guys should watch it.
Yeah.
Support Yvette Lee Bowser's new show on Stars if you have the coins.
Yes. I think. God.
Brisha Webb's in it.
Thank you. I was just thinking, Brisha,
And,
she's amazing. She's such a great actress.
Funny. And Amber Stevens West, Andrea Bordeaux, Corbin Reed, some cool peeps in there. So
well done.
I heard the show's amazing, but like I said, I'm too broke to be having stars and all the other shits, bitch.
Yes, and with that, plugging more merch, please buy more merch
so we can afford stars.
Okay,
so we can watch
more to report. Okay,
X, no girl. Okay, so moving on. Yes. I'm gonna go back to British. Yeah, I think so. So moving on to I Know Better, Do Better. Which is where we give you a tip, trick, lesson learned, or whatever in the industry.
That's right.
So I came across this, and I really need this reminder because I'm starting to get back into my screenwriting.
Yes, ma'am.
And I need this reminder because I was writing a book halfway through it but obviously novel writing is different than screenwriting, right?
That's right.
So in novel writing,
auteur, y'all, just want to drop that for you.
Hey. So it's very different because obviously with novel writing you're getting into the brain of your characters.
Yes.
You can describe all of that and it's okay. You can be as descriptive as you want.
Yeah.
And you can just really get up in there without them having to speak a thing, you know?
Yeah.
But obviously with screenwriting it's a visual medium, right?
Very different.
You know, we want to see what they're thinking, but you have to be able to do it without telling us the way that you would in a novel. You have to be able to show us. So that's where that saying that you guys probably hear, show, don't tell, comes from. It comes from the fact that when you're screenwriting, you're in the business of showing external action that reveals your character's inner feelings. So I needed that reminder because... You know, I'm the type of girl, I want to write all these descriptions and I want to put, she was thinking this and she was thinking that. But I'm like, no, bitch, you got to show. Yeah. You got to show that she was thinking that because when someone is watching the movie, they're not going to be able to see that she's thinking that. Yeah. So you have to show that she's thinking that. They're not going to be able to see that she's feeling that. You have to show that she's feeling that. Or he's feeling that, whoever. But yeah, so that's just my little tip or trick. Just remember that when you're writing, for screenwriting, show, don't tell. That's where that comes from. It's a visual medium and you have to show what's going on through your external action, whether that's, you know, a little look or, you know, whether that's a tapping of, you know, the fingers on the table. Yeah. It's whatever. You have to show us. So that is my little know better, do better for the week.
That's super important. And remember, guys, like she said, I know I'm the opposite. Like, I want to put every little detail that has nothing to do with the character, right? Like, I'm over here writing props in, decor. I'm watching too much HGTV. I'm having all of it. Like, and that's not necessary. So what Corey is saying is like, absolutely, it's a visual medium, but making sure like it reveals your character's inner feelings. So it has to go back to the character and gives the actor some sort of direction of where to go. Now, not too much direction so they can, you know, do their job. They can act, but, you know, we don't need the color of the sconces in the back window like I do. I'm telling myself. So
me too.
Yeah, I'm telling on myself. So yeah, no, that's a perfect know better, do better. And I will be using that when I'm sitting down to write. Okay.
Facts. No problem.
Okay.
I love that damn phrase. What a fucking phrase.
It's so
whoever
corny
came up with that,
and great.
bitch, come see me, ho.
You know
so
what?
We can talk.
I believe it was Omarion.
It was
I think so.
Open that phone. That's facts. No front. That's how it's supposed to be. Okay.
So many gems were dropped in that video, but mostly from Janelle Aiko, which told y'all to eat the booty like groceries.
Like
what
groceries,
a metaphor.
Okay. Trader Joe's
so
groceries.
Much. Okay. We eating healthy if you're doing it. So with that. So yeah, we're just gonna jump into our new segment.
We will.
And guys, as you know, within this segment, you know, I'm just gonna bring you back up to speed. I know we took a break, but basically we go through the news. We highlight Black and brown creatives doing it in the industry. We make sure we use articles from Shadow and Act. We might go into some other trade publications, but Shadow and Act does a great job of highlighting Black and brown creators, whether it's artists, directors, writers, actors, all of that. It's a great one-stop shop. So check them out. We use them all the time to try and stay on top of it. So in the news, first, we have Ashanti Black. He will be starring with Tiffany Haddish in the MGM sci-fi pick Landscape with Invisible Hands. So shout out to them. Okay. If you don't remember, Asante was in When They See Us. Mm-hmm. He did a great job. Amazing job.
Also, This Is Us.
Yes, thank you. I was about to say This Is Us, but I was scared. I was like, wait, maybe not.
Nope,
he was there.
Doing good there.
Amen. So, this article was written by Monique Jones of Shadow and Act, remember? And Landscape with Invisible Hands is based on a book by M.T. Anderson, and the film is a sci-fi comedy about the teenage artist who lives in the near future when aliens known as the Vuv have colonized Earth. And this is according to a Variety article. So the aliens' technology have caused the global job market to collapse. Well, leading our protagonist and his girlfriend to create a vlog to entertain the aliens and make some money. Well, okay, come on, you gotta get creative. They're not trying to eat us. But as their relationship crumbles, meaning the relationship between the teenager and his girlfriend, they realize they can't break up without putting their families in financial ruin. Wow, this is really complex, by the way, just reading this.
The layers.
So, yes, layers. And I love the sci-fi. And I also appreciate that this definitely feels like it's going to be a comedy. Mm-hmm. And I think they've tapped, Tiffany Haddish to do her thing, which she's killing it in the game right now. So yeah, I'm excited to see this. Again, I'm really loving the landscape of Black people in sci-fi and different genres representing. And yeah, I want to see more of this. Of course, Tiffany Haddish is killing it. She's currently stars as the host of CBS's Kids Say the Darndest Things. CBS's, and then TBS's Friday Night Vibes. So, yeah, I think it's dope. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Check it out. I don't see a date when it will drop, but I think right now they're in the development stages, adding people and then going forth with the production. Mm-hmm. So I will let them reveal that timeline, but I'm looking forward to it when it comes out.
Sounds dope.
Yep. All right, so next in the news.
Ooh, better hit that run, girl. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I love encouragement from friends. It's so much fun. Okay, so this again, Shadow and Act, but hashtag Black AF, which was a program that was on Netflix from Kenya Barris, actually won't have a second season, but standalone films are instead. So instead of it going on with the series, they're thinking of doing films over it, which I think might be a good choice for it, but we'll see. Okay. Although, so it won't come back in the same long format. But also recently, wanted to keep you guys a heads up. Kenya Barris had like a long feature in the Hollywood Reporter over the weekend. It was really good. And it pretty much, if you have a chance, talks about how he no longer has his Netflix deal. And I believe that deal was a $200 million deal.
What the fuck happened there?
So from what I was reading, and like I was like, okay. So based off of that Hollywood Reporter article, and we'll put it in the links in the bottom so you guys can read it and everything. But so as we know, he left ABC to go to Netflix with this huge deal. And basically in the article, he was talking about how it was a great deal, but Netflix wasn't really responding to sort of the stuff that he was creating and kind of like comparing it to other, like when Black AF came out, he was quoted as saying like, oh, Netflix was like, well, it's not Fuller House. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's not Fuller House.
Well, duh.
Right. And it didn't do the numbers, but I also am like, that's not a fair comparison.
I also don't like Fuller House, though.
It's not funny. Yeah. Also, I mean, hot take. And also, it's coming off of a reboot of another long-standing
classic
show.
Classic too.
Right.
White folks.
Right. So it's a different type of audience that you're gaining than the audience you're gonna get with hashtag Black AF. Like, I don't know if all the Fuller House girls is gonna be like, you know what else I want to watch? Hashtag Black AF. Like, no. No. So I think he was feeling like the relationship that he had with Netflix to kind of be the edgier place where he could do his stuff didn't really pan out the way he thought it would.
Interesting. So right? Netflix is trying to be all conservative because they over here trying to act like you can do whatever you want with them.
Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever, but I think with Netflix, it's all about the numbers. So if the numbers aren't as high as expected, and allegedly, they might not view it as successful as they once thought it would be, right? So maybe the view is like, okay, we put all this money up front. Are we receiving the download numbers back? Are we getting back on our investment? Whereas Kenya's like, I thought I was going to be able to at least do whatever the edgy stuff that I want to do. You know what I mean? There was a whole situation with ABC where they didn't allow him to do an episode, or they didn't air an episode where he talked about the NFL and what was going on with Colin Kaepernick and the racism and, you know, the kneeling, the whole thing. Yep. They kind of silenced him on that. So he was pissed off. It was just like, because I'm sorry, Blackish has talked about other racier, it's dead on. In actually a brilliant way. I think they've done a great job with that. So now that he's moved on to Netflix, the kind of groundbreaking thing is that he's going with Viacom CBS, which I believe, I have to double check in the article, y'all.
Viacom.
Yeah, but it owns BET. Not only is there a deal in place for him to create, but he's going to be on the board. And he owns equity in the company.
Okay, bitch. Well, that's how you do it.
Right. So I was like, oh, equity decisions. So he's
playing the business game.
The long business game.
See, this is why you want to be creative, you need to know how to make fucking money. And you need to know how to be a business person.
Right.
Because you're going to get fucked over. And
yeah.
Shout out to that. That's
yeah.
You got to know both guys.
Yeah. And to my understanding also, there's different artists are doing it. So Tyler Perry's doing it with the whole sort of distribution system of the production company and writing his own shit. But now Kenya Barris is kind of taking another route where if he has equity and can make those decisions, you can not only create things, but have the distribution at your fingertips and have more of a say of not only what you create, but where it's distributed, who you're working with, who you can bring in. And so I personally love it, but hey, if you guys have your own opinions about it, check out the article. It's the Hollywood Reporter. It was a huge feature over the weekend, I believe. So check it out. It was really, really good. But coming back to this Black AF situation. So since it's not being renewed for a second season, So the article says that it is being renewed for a second season, but that's confusing. So even though it's not being renewed, forgive me, for a second season, they're thinking about doing films, right? And so they were even talking about a spinoff of Black AF Brazil, Black AF Mexico in terms of design and properties or whatever. So I placed him with the idea. So I like that idea. Maybe in a, I was not a fan of the series itself, but I'm a fan of it maybe in film form. And I am interested to see sort of the perspective from Black AF Brazil and Black AF Mexico, right? Because I personally haven't seen a lot of stories about Afro-Latinx communities, particularly in Mexico. I haven't seen that. Brazil I have because of the history that it has there. So I think that would be cool and an interesting viewpoint. In the series, Barris played a fictional version of himself with Rashida Jones as his wife, Iman Benson, Janae Walton, Scarlett Spencer, Josh Claiborne, Ravi Shabat Conyers, forgive me, and Richard Grand Hire Jr. So those were all the kids. So the first season, it had really big guest stars as Nia Long. It had Issa Rae, Mike Epps, Lena Waithe, Avery DuVernay, William Packard, like all the girls. Even Tyler Perry was in there.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
So it was. I didn't like the series, but I'm glad that he's continuing to create. I personally loved Astronomy Club, which was a sketch comedy show that he created for Netflix.
Oh, I didn't know he did that.
Yeah, so I think he was the executive producer of that. So there are a couple, I think that those two might be the only two properties. There might be some more stuff that I'm just not aware he was behind. But yeah, really take a look at that article because it shows sort of the reshaping of what creators are doing and distributing their work. But also, if you liked Black AF, it won't have a second season, but it might be coming back in movie form. So look out for that. Next, well, y'all, Tyler Perry is expanding. And would we expect anything less, honestly? Nope. So according to the headline, this was written by Brenda Alexander, Tyler Perry is expanding the studios with theaters, retail, and more, Lord. Now, let there not be a Medea park now, because I'm going to the Medea amusement park. I'm just saying, Tyler Perry, if you do that, I want 10% of the profits.
Is he selling the Medea moo-moos, though?
Ooh.
I will buy.
I want the moo-moo. I want it.
That classic floral ass purple fucking moo-moo. I want it. Sell it, please.
Sell it and have a way to engrave your name or something like in it, you know? Something. Come on. But yes, Tyler Perry Studios is getting bigger. According to Deadline, Tyler Perry and Bishop T.D. Jakes got the green light from Atlanta authorities to purchase over 130 acres for a proposed expansion of the Tyler Perry Studios. So according to this article,
that's dope as hell.
It's currently already larger than Warner Brothers and Paramount Studios combined. Like,
he motherfucking matter.
It's like,
matter.
So yeah, again, I want the Medea ride. I want the Medea moo. Like, if we're doing it, go forth. So if you don't know who Bishop T.D. Jakes is, he owns a...
Oh God, how could you not?
Truly. But for those who don't, it's okay, safe space. He owns a mega... Why did I do the hard arc? Lord help me. Mega
not
church.
Not the hard arc. God.
So he owns a mega church. And I believe it's in Texas, Fort Worth or Dallas area. And yeah, he's also a... filmmaker and has a whole bunch of businesses. He is a mega house all on his own. But yeah, so they're buying 94 acres. Both purchases. So Jakes is buying 94 acres, but I don't know how much Tyler. So Tyler will be acquiring 37 acres. So both of them got the land money. And this is already in addition to the 330 acres he purchased in 2015. Well, woo! We're buying all the land.
I just slide
Tyler
me
was like,
acre.
I want all the reparations. Never mind, I got it. Never mind, I'm getting it. Thank you. So yeah, in this article, Tyler Perry is quoted as saying, "Today is a good day. I'm grateful for the opportunity that gives Tyler Perry Studios to expand our footprint in Atlanta and create more opportunities for people of Southwest Atlanta with restaurants, entertainment venues, and other business opportunities." So they're seeing the big picture and they're going for it. Honestly, I shout out to this expansion. Tyler Perry's story is amazing. I'm not a fan of all the films now. I'm going to shame the devil, tell the truth. But, you know, to see him go from damn near homeless, writing his own things, to expanding, like the only black owned Hollywood or like production studio. I'll say production studio because it's not in Hollywood. It's in Atlanta. So
it's Black Hollywood.
Yeah. Amen. And so like it's fucking amazing. Now, you know, hire some writers as well, Tyler, please. But
beg of you,
please. Now that you have all this expansion, get some up and coming writers. But maybe he has, and I just don't know it. Either way, congratulations. This is really fucking amazing.
Big deal. This is big boss moves.
I mean, yeah, I think this will definitely but like. Atlanta's already like Black Hollywood, but like to really sort of bring sort of the culmination of more production and more sort of business, I think is dope.
So you don't have to be in LA all the damn time, you know?
True. And we know he has a beautiful home here on California because that's how he saved Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, apparently, when they kicked them out. But anyway, side note, sorry about that. So yeah, congratulations, Mr. Perry, and as well as Bishop T.D. Jakes. That's super, super, super dope. So we're going to go to the next story. Don't worry, stay with us, guys. 2 more after this. So in this article, Sharon Stone was in an interview, and, she kind of checked a reporter that was trying to make a sort of comparison that she felt like a bit unfair. So the headline reads, Sharon Stone says Viola Davis is every bit the actress Meryl Streep is. And Twitter was here for it. And
I'm here for it, yeah.
Also, duh. Also, duh. But
who said she wasn't?
That part. So she said these comments in an interview with Everything Zoomer. I'm not familiar with the publication, but okay. And In the interview, a journalist, her name is Joanna Shendler, and she asked Stone, like, who was promoting her memoir, The Beauty of Living Twice, about what it was like to work with Meryl Streep. And so this is the way the reporter, this isn't the phrasing of what the reporter said, but Stone called it out. So this is what Stone said. She said, "I like the way you phrased that I finally got to work with Meryl Streep," Stone said. "You didn't say Meryl finally got to work with Sharon Stone."
Yeah, I don't like that either. What do you mean, bitch? You interviewed me, telling me you finally got to work. Bitch, fuck you, bitch.
Okay.
Hell no. I wish I would.
And she continued to say, or we finally got to work together, right? There's several ways you could have said it. Because that's the way her life went, she got built up to be, everyone wants to work with Meryl. I wonder if she likes that even, right? Mm-hmm. So she's like, the way she was presenting it kind of took
shady boots.
Yeah, it was just like, I don't know. So she went on to say, "The way you structured the question is very much the answer to the question," she commented, despite the journalist kind of like trying to interject. "The business was set up that we should all envy and admire Meryl because only Meryl got to be the good one. And everyone should compete against Meryl. I think Meryl is an amazing, wonderful woman and actress. But in my opinion, quite frankly, there are other actresses equally as talented as Meryl Streep. The whole Meryl Streep iconography is a part of this what Hollywood does to women, basically. Mm-hmm. Viola Davis is every bit the actress Meryl Streep is. Emma Thompson, Judy Davis, Olivia Colman, Kate Winslet, for fuck's sake. But
ooh, not fuck's sake.
She did. But you say Meryl and everybody falls to the floor." Mm-hmm. So basically, she goes on to continue, but then she also made another point because Black Twitter was here for it, because it was like, she not wrong. So basically, they responded because like a lot of people refer to Viola Davis as the Black Meryl Streep, right? Who the
fuck? Why can't she just be Viola Davis?
Yeah, that's crazy. So Davis herself commented to the comparison, and I think it was in the 2018 panel, and the audience, it was at a Woman in the World salon. And so this is what she said. "People say you're a Black Meryl Streep. We love you. There's no one like you," she explained. And then she was like, "Okay, then if there's no one like me, you think I'm that, you pay me what I'm worth. And as an artist, I want to build the most complicated human being, but what I get is the third girl from the left." So this was Viola Davis saying, commenting on those comparisons. And so I don't even think, even this can be taken out of context, but I don't think Sharon Stone was even throwing shade at Meryl Streep. More so.
It didn't seem like she was.
Thank God.
She was just checking.
Checking the reporter, and also like the institution of Hollywood, how like if one girl is the it girl or woman or whatever, everyone's sort of pinned against, you know what I mean? And there's this narrative, but it's like, sis, there's a whole spectrum of women who have been killing the game. Not to take away anything from Meryl Streep, but it's this comparison that Hollywood loves to do, particularly with women. I don't see anyone like, there's already a George Clooney. Oh my God. A Matt Damon now? Sit him down. Nobody does that. Like, nobody does that.
They don't.
Yeah,
just
but it's
welcome them with open arms.
So yeah, I think that was a fair point that Sharon Stone did. And yeah, Black Twitter's here for it because they're like, thank you for recognizing the Queen Viola Davis. Yes. And there's, so many more queens that be overlooked, I would say. And it's a part of, unfortunately, the systematic, systematic oppression, yes. But also just Hollywood being racist and
just
stupid.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That's what I call it. It's just a result of motherfuckers.
Truly. Stupid ones.
Motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers. Oh my God. Okay, so next we reviewed this a couple of weeks back. The Upshaws renewed for season 2 on Netflix with more episodes. Yes. Congratulations. Oh my gosh.
The more episodes is crucial, guys.
It is so good. I need to go back and rewatch the whole thing, but it was funny. When we reviewed, I was laughing out loud, and it's hard to find like a multicam sitcom, like from back in the day, like that, from that feel of the 90s, and whether it's the Martin Living Single, it was recorded with a live studio audience on a set. They killed it. And it was funny. Like the jokes were actually funny. The characters were great. Like, yeah, this is well deserved. And if you didn't know, the series is from Regina Hicks, who also was a part of Insecure and has a whole bunch of like executive producer I think credits under her belt, but she was writing and also I think producing there. And Wanda Sykes, who of course legendary comedian. If you don't know, now you know. So check it out. The Upshaws is out now, but congrats on the renewed
very exciting.
It's they're really 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 good. All right, and now we're going to the last article for this segment. So The Harder They Fall.
Yes.
It's an exclusive. It's a film directed by James Samuel. I know words, maybe. On redefining the Wild West and Netflix star-studded film. When I saw this has been circulating, The Harder They Fall, like the motherfucking cast.
Yeah,
like
this cast is
my God. So we have Regina King, the queen, the queen, Regina. King. We have Delroy Lindo. Okay, and if you don't know, look him up. He's
Delroy.
Okay, he's been in all the things. Lakeith Stanfield. I mean, just to name a few. Also, Jonathan Majors.
Oh my God, Jonathan Majors.
Idris Elba. Zazie Beetz, little people like that.
What?
So, I mean, truly amazing. So, again, this is a film. It is a Western, The Harder They Fall. And pretty much like this is having bigger than life characters. They're trying to pull like from the old school Westerns, right? And here's the irony, at least pointed out in this article. The irony is that the old Western has always been home to the bigger than life black heroes such as the real Lone Ranger, Bass Reeves. And during the video call for Shadow and Act, which they had talked to Samuel, the director, he said he wanted to explore the world of the Western through the lens of blackness, a lens not often used to showcase American West history. So I think that's really dope, first and foremost. Second of all, I know the only other I don't think the Urban Cowboys that the one with
Concrete Cowboys. That wasn't a Western.
Okay, it's not a Western.
I mean, it was kind of like, but not really.
But it's not, because it was in Philly, and it didn't have the sort of genre of the Western movies.
This is a true old ass Western with black folks.
Yeah, so I think this. I don't know, but like this definitely one of few. And also, I love the fact the other one was with Quentin Tarantino, and that lens was it was through a slave's lens, you know what I mean, of Django. So I'm grateful that this will be a Western from the black lens, and all this cast is crazy. And if you get a chance, the trailer is out, watch it. And of course, Regina King looks amazing. Like everything she does, she looks amazing. We know it's gonna be amazing. Good. It's crazy.
Everyone looks good. Like truly. It looks like a real Western. Everyone's looking good in their cowboy hats and boots and spurs. Boots with the spurs. Hey, the whole club was looking at. No, the whole saloon was looking at her, bitch. Okay, but everyone looks amazing.
Yeah. It looks super, super dope.
Jonathan Majors, that's all I gotta say.
I love this like dusty top hat that Zazie Beetz is giving. Of course, Jonathan I mean, come on. Sir.
God.
Sir. I'm gonna manifest you into my life somehow, sir. I don't know how, but we're gonna meet. We're gonna be friends, and maybe even more than friends, whatever you want, honey. But I'm all about consent, so just so we're clear. So yeah, check that out. I'm excited for it. Again, this is The Harder They Fall. It will be a film on Netflix, and it is a black Western. And honestly, the cast, y'all should just, tune in for the cast,
just
honestly.
Support Friends. That's it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Super, super dope. Yep. And with that is the end of our news segment. And let's take a quick break here, and we'll be right back. Hey, y'all, we back.
Yes, we are back, and we are going to the main segment, which we are reviewing a movie today, a Netflix original movie called Fatherhood, starring Kevin Hart, the amazing and beautiful and cute Melody Hurd, the iconic Alfre Woodard. I mean, come the fuck on. So Lil Rel Howery, Dewanda Wise, Anthony Kerrigan, Paul Reiser, Deborah Ayorinde, and Frankie Faison. All the peeps were in here. So, if you guys don't know, it is a movie on Netflix. Like I said, it's about a widowed new dad who copes with doubts. He copes with doubts, niggas, fears, heartache, and dirty diapers as he sets out to raise his daughter on his own. So this is inspired by a true story. It's based on the 2011 memoir Two Kisses for Maddie, a memoir of loss and love by Matthew Logelin. I guess, how do they say it in the movie? I guess they just said Logelin. Logelin. So,
excuse me.
Yeah, so it's based off of this memoir. I don't know how close in terms of like accuracy the story followed the real story, but either way, I enjoyed. So it was released on June 18th, so around Father's Day on Netflix. And we're going to get into that. So just a little tidbit here. It was actually announced in May 2015, and Channing Tatum was supposed to star and produce the film.
That's dope.
With TriStar Pictures distributing. But then in January 2019, it was reported that Kevin Hart would headline, replacing Tatum for whatever reason. And Paul Weitz directed it from a screenplay that he wrote alongside Dana Stevens. So that is the backstory behind it. It's interesting because the memoir, so the real Matthew Logelin is a white man, but they switched it over to Kevin Hart. So I'm surprised there was no outrage about that, because you know how the girls get. But yeah, interesting. So we're gonna get into it. Just overview of our overall, thoughts of the film. I liked it. It's not. I mean, it's based on someone's real story, so I can't just be like, talking all this shit about the story, because, like I said, I don't know how closely it follows the real memoir, if it's real life. I really don't know, because I didn't read the book. But so I don't even feel right talking about story, just because, I mean, obviously they dramatized and they had to make it into a movie. But I liked it. I thought it was a sweet movie. I mean, it's not anything like super groundbreaking or iconic. It's not something that I'm going to be like 10 years from now, I want to rewatch Fatherhood. I'm going to be honest, I won't. But it was cute. It was cute. And it was very heartwarming, which is what it was supposed to be. And I think everyone did their job. It was funny. It was a good mix. So it had a good mix of comedic and dramatic elements. So all of that was good. And Kevin Hart did a good job. I always enjoy seeing Kevin Hart in something not being goofy. I mean, I know that's his thing. He's a comedian, nigga. But it is nice to see him in something dramatic. Although, in his big dramatic scene, in the beginning, when his wife died. So when they found out his wife died, I didn't see Nan tear roll down his face. The nigga was crying, okay? But I ain't see Nan tear, okay? Not Nan, okay?
It was like, get the onion, whatever we need. Like, so, I need more.
Right? Maybe I wasn't looking hard enough, but I ain't see, when niggas be crying, but you don't see no tears. Crocodile tears, nigga. But, so maybe he needs to work on his crying a little bit. Because, because when Alfre Woodard came up, which she played his wife's mother, oh my God, that's when I was like,
They didn't even say nothing.
She didn't even say nothing. She said, "What's wrong?" She came in there and you just heard her screaming, and wow. Alfre Woodard is a goat. So
honestly,
she is the goat. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it gave what it was supposed to give. And like I said, it feels weird talking about the story, because I don't know. I don't want to know. Is this what happened in the nigga real life? Then this what happened in the nigga real life? Yeah. But in terms of them creating, a whole storyline and making it dramatic and all that stuff, I think they did a good job with kind of like the flow of everything, the scenes. And I enjoyed Lil Rel Howery. He was funny. He gave what he was supposed to give, and the comedic kind of dialogue between these two comedians like Kevin Hart and Lil Rel, it was good. So I thought it was a good watch. Very heartfelt. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought it was a good watch for sure. I think they did a good job of melding the heartfelt with the comedy. Mm-hmm. It didn't feel like, because usually when we get Kevin Hart in comedy, it's like these big physical, you know, gags and jokes and, you know, really, honestly, stupid shit, stupid premises, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm sure he has more in his, you know, wheelhouse. Mm-hmm. And I was actually I agree with you. I'm so happy to see him in sort of a heartfelt role, and a role that requires a little bit more drama.
Yes.
I appreciated that because I think it toned, and because the story was calling for a realistic depiction of a father losing a wife, right? And then gaining a daughter, you know, and now expected to raise his daughter on his own. Yep. You know, that's a huge, you know, undertaking, and it's a huge undertaking to be a parent, whether you got both of them. Now, you know, to kind of go through the grieving process and still have to be there for the child. I think he did a good job of portraying that. I also appreciated that, at least for Father's Day, they released a sort of I mean, it's not like I have like a Rolodex of Father's Day movies. I don't know if anyone does, but it's good I appreciate showing being a father from a single parent point of view, and, you know, understanding, you know, the parenting from that side. And I also love that, like, while he was the main star, a lot of the side, like, his village was trying to help him, right?
Yes,
some people
takes a village, y'all.
Child, and, you know, of course, people have different views, right? And also, like, look back against the narrative of, like, well, dads don't know what the fuck they're doing, right? Which I feel like most parents don't know what they're doing until they jump into it.
I wouldn't know what the hell I'm doing.
Truly. But, you know, to kind of be, and for him to just be like, no, this is my child. I will be raising my child. I don't give a man what y'all think.
Man, fucks, ho.
Yeah, you know, and so that was great, right? I love that depiction, and not sort of this, my dad had left me, you know, sort of narrative that's always out there, but like, no, this is my daughter, this is a tragedy, but I'm gonna do the best that I can to raise her. And the different types of people in his village that were willing to help him, whether it was his boss giving him usually bad advice, but also terrible awful advice. Whether it be his co-workers who also had no idea what they were doing, but at least in the game, like, we singing to the baby, let's sing Maddie, Maddie, go to bed. You know, it's like, it was like, oh no, you know,
like, please stop,
I
beg of you,
you know. Or whether it was the in-laws who were like, move with us, be with us, so we can help you, and, you know, him trying to prove to them, like, he has this, he's capable, he can do it. Which, you know, spoiler alert, they finally came around, you know. And the dynamic of, you know, I think it was great between her, the young lady, Maddie, who was played by Melody Hurd, with Kevin Hart. I actually think they had a really good chemistry as father and daughter, and how she kind of, you know, pushed back against him. Like, I love the scene. Now we're getting deep into it. So, like, I love the scene where, you know, she visits her grandparents, and she loves that there's so much of her mom around, her grandparents around. She loves more community. And she was just like, it can't just be you and me, Dad. Like, what are you talking about? Like, we need more. We need more community and so cute to help us. You know what I mean? Which was interesting because his point of view, he was just like, I have to prove I can do it by myself. And she was like, don't do it by yourself. Like, please. So
you don't have to.
Like, why? No. So I thought it was, like, great to have those point of views and how he had to sort of navigate that, and even dating and navigating all of that. So I thought overall it was heartfelt. I think they did a smart job of melding the comedy and the heartfelt. And I think Kevin Hart did a pretty good job.
I agree. So, I mean, we can get right into acting then. So, we already talked about Kevin Hart.
Yes.
Like I said, work on the tears, my nigga. Work on the motherfucking tears. I need to see at least one little droplet. You know, a single tear.
What's my inspiration?
Give me a little something.
Okay.
Yeah, give me a little something here. But, I think he did a good job at not being his goofy ass self. Yeah. Like you said, making it realistic. There was comedy, but it was more smart comedy. It was more like witty, through dialogue. And kind of that ping pong back and forth type of dialogue. It wasn't through, you know, just slipping over a fucking banana peel, you know, or doing the dumb shit that he sometimes does. Yeah. So he did a good job of just being normal. Yes. And having the comedy be through wittiness. Yes. And realistic type, you know, kind of comedy and banter and stuff like that. Yeah. So he did a good job there. Melody Hurd. let's talk about this beautiful black baby.
So good.
Oh my God. So this little girl did her damn thing.
She
was effervescent. It was effortless for her.
Yes.
I'm like, is this girl acting or is she just doing the damn thing? Like, I was floored. And like you said, the chemistry was good. So shout out to whoever did the casting for this. Everyone was casted beautifully. Melody Hurd, look out for that little mama. She is going to be blowing up in these streets. She did a phenomenal job. I'm just gonna go down the list because I have notes for all these niggas.
Bet.
Alfre Woodard. I mean,
truly.
What?
Although I did not like her character at first.
Same. I was like, girl, like just let my man.
God, please.
Just let my man's live. But she is good at playing those type of characters.
Yes.
So she
could play a bougie mama. She could play that.
If it's one thing my girl gonna do, is play a bougie ass mama. And she just does a great job at doing that. Frankie Faison, who played Mike, which was her husband, love him. What a beautiful chocolate man.
I know.
I need to stop. Okay. So
I
I say that because he was in White Chicks, and that was the scene where they were talking to him undercover as the white girls, and they're like, "What a beautiful chocolate man!" So every time I see him, I think of that, even though he's way more talented than White Chicks.
Truly.
So let me get out of that. But he was understated. Great. You know, he was just a black older dad. He played that. And he did it well. Lil Rel Howery, like I mentioned before, so funny. He brought the goofy. So he took the goofy away from Kevin so that Kevin could be like, let me get in my dramatic bag. Yeah. So he took the goofy away from Kevin, but he was also not like super goofy. He was like, it was just more of a personality character trait than him just like trying to be goofy for the sake of being goofy. So he did a good job. I loved their banter. You could tell that they were two comedians trying to do the damn thing and trying to be funny. So it was good. Dewanda Wise.
Perfect.
First of all, beautiful. Yes, always beautiful.
Always.
Like, what the fuck, girl? Can you stop? Save some for the rest of us.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, I'm just looking at her fucking face the whole time. But she was good.
She was great.
She brought a real, just like a very effortless she just brought a very effortless thing to her acting in this movie. So she just has this thing where it's like she's just kind of chilling and she's just very real and authentic with her acting, and that's what I really enjoyed about her in this movie. It was just very real, authentic, and it just seems like she was just being her.
Yes.
But it was in a good way. So it's like it seems like she was being her, but you're also like, damn, what a performance.
Yeah,
like, you're just
natural.
Natural. Very natural. That's the word I was looking for. Very natural, and I really enjoyed that from her performance in this. Yeah, and I really liked the chemistry between her and Melody, who played Little Maddie. I thought they had really good chemistry.
I agree. Yeah,
and I was like, sometimes I'm like, I didn't even think they were acting. It felt like they were improving and ad-libbing at some moments. So that means that you're doing a damn good job.
Yes.
And then Oscar, I think Oscar was his co-worker, the bald co-worker who was talking all the damn time. He played his role. He was annoying. But in a very cute and endearing way. It was very cute and endearing.
Yes.
And then Paul Reiser, who was the boss who always gave bad advice.
Yes.
He played his role. Yeah. Deborah Oyorinde, who played Kevin Hart's mom in the movie. So sweet.
Or Maddie's mom.
Oh, she played Maddie's mom.
Oh, wait, I could be wrong, right? No? Is that not the one who passed?
Oh, yeah, she played Maddie's mom.
Kevin Hart's wife. So
Kevin Hart's wife. She did a great... She was only in the movie for, maybe 5 minutes?
Yeah.
I thought she did a great job.
Yeah, she did.
I thought she was good. She was beautiful as well. So I was looking at her face, to be honest. I just be looking at people's faces.
Right.
I need to see who the woman is that played Kevin Hart's mom in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because she was so sweet, very natural as well.
Was.
The only thing I didn't like about her character was she was just letting
she was letting the Alfre Woodard's character talk to him crazy.
I would never allow another woman to talk to my son like that in front of me. Yeah. You got me fucked up. So
and he just is going through a tragedy?
Yeah.
Back up.
Like, no, she was letting his mother-in-law be real out of pocket with him right in front of her. So I don't know what that was. They should have maybe switched that a little bit, because no black mother would ever. But I mean, I guess they were friends. They were like good friends, because they grew up. The kids or Kevin Hart and his wife grew up together. So maybe that was why. But still, no. You're not going to be talking to my son like that. When my son he's trying his damnedest best, okay? Shit.
Like, no.
Fuck. No. So that kind of annoyed me. So maybe they could have, like, rewrote that. But
I agree.
I don't know. Maybe that's how it happened in real life. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. But, what did you think about the acting?
Yeah, I thought the acting was really good. I actually liked Oscar, which was Anthony Kerrigan, the bald character. But I really liked him because I think he portrayed not only the friend, right, but also the person that doesn't understand when someone's grieving, right?
He has no emotional intelligence.
No emotional intelligence. And it made for a really smart, funny scene, particularly when Kevin Hart character, who's Matthew, who losing his wife at the homegoing ceremony and all that stuff. And his friend is just saying all the wrong things you say to somebody when they lost their loved one. He was like, yeah, I lost a hamster once or some shit like that. Sir. He was just like, my wife is not that. Oh, I lost a whole wife. Yeah. He was like, oh, that's crazy. That reminds me of my wife. It's like, all right, we're going to leave.
The fuck
Why would you say that? I tell you, I was dying. And I think the only reason why I related, because like, especially like, Corey's relate. If you've lost someone, you're gonna have one person in your life try and comfort you in all the wrong ways. And it's so unhelpful, but hilarious. Yeah.
It's like, get the fuck away from me.
Why would you say that?
But come back later.
Okay? I need you, come back later. But shut the fuck up and get out of here. What? So I love that he was that character. Also, I love the scene where they were setting Kevin Hart's character up with Dewanda Wise's character, Lizzie. That shit was so funny because he awkwardly comes to them like, hello, are you guys getting along? I'm not here to set you up. This is natural. And then they zoom to his wife in the background like, I'm gonna kill you, basically. When you get home, you're gonna be on the couch because you didn't do what I told you to do.
You had one job, man.
You have one assignment, one job, and so it was just so funny. And it was great how Kevin Hart and Dewanda Wise's characters, Matt and Lizzie, I'm gonna try and make sure I get the characters straight for y'all, but how they kind of were like, they kind of went along with it anyway. We're still open to it. And they were just like, newsflash, we're clearly being set up, but okay, let's try this. Going back to Dewanda Wise's character, I think this is more in the writing, but also in her acting. I loved, like you said, the chemistry between her and Maddie, and that they didn't write them to be hateful of each other. Like there's this narrative, particularly with stepmoms, whether it's a divorce or if the mother has passed, is like the kid automatically hates you. Yeah. You are the Wicked Witch of the West. Die, go to, you know what I mean? Yeah. I love that she was yearning for a woman's affection. She was yearning for more community. At first she was very hesitant, you know what I mean? She played her very nicely, but she still was like, oh, I like her. In fact, there was a scene where she checked her dad like, what do you mean you broke up?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Get Lizzie. Like, what are we talking about? I like Lizzie.
Exactly.
She had the little girl was like, so you broke up with her without talking to me first about it? He was like, I didn't know I had to run this.
We didn't make an executive decision here.
I was like, that is funny. And something if you have a smart kid would say to you and have the audacity to have ownership of your love life. They will. So I thought that was fun, and I appreciated that depiction. It's not just this evil stepmother or whatever. I also love the tension that Kevin Hart had in trying to date again, you know what I mean? And after the loss of his, wife, and like trying to balance being a father and also getting to know this woman he really cares about. So I think they portrayed that very well, and in a different way than I've seen it before. And I also love that she wasn't like this, I'm just repeating myself now, but I love the way they did her character. Melody Hurd, Maddie, great. I agreed with everything you said. She is well on her way.
She's a rock star.
She supernatural, killed it. she knew the assignment and she killed it, like A++. So yeah, I think the acting was really good. The side characters were fun. Lil Rel Howery came in with the goofy stuff, trying to hit on his mama. I was like, don't
boy,
do that.
Get your ass on.
It's not my fault your mama's a gilf. I was like, get out of here. Get out of here. Like, please. So stupid. So yeah, I thought overall with the characters, everyone did their job, and I thought it was fun and everything. So yeah.
Yes, I agree with all that. So we can jump right into dialogue because I have a piggyback off of something you said.
Yes.
So the dialogue in the scene where Kevin Hart's character, Matt, was breaking up with Dewanda Wise's character, Lizzie, I thought it was great because it was kind of really showing how he was using kind of Maddie as a crutch.
Yes.
And he was actually scared to keep things going because Maddie liked her. Yeah. Obviously. He was actually scared to keep things going, but he was blaming it on Maddie, saying she's not ready. And Lizzie was like, is she not ready or are you not ready? And I was like, okay, line. Like, great dialogue in that scene. And then just the dialogue overall, I thought it was good. I mean, nothing felt like weird, nothing felt out of place, nothing felt too dramatique or didn't feel natural. So yeah, the dialogue was good, but I really remember the dialogue in that scene because I thought it was very curt, concise, straight to the point, and it really showed a deeper layer of some of the fears that, you know, our protagonist had. So probably the real life Matt had. But yeah, they wrote that scene really, really good. What do you think about dialogue?
Yeah, I think the dialogue was really, really good. And touching back to what you were saying about Channing Tatum being casted first and then Kevin Hart came in, I don't know why that happened. It's all good. I'm not, all of it. I'm okay with it. But I think one thing about casting Kevin Hart, because of the comedic aspect, he was able to lean in, particularly in some dialogue, to make it pop with the funny parts. Yes. One of those scenes was when he was trying to look for the parenting group, and he just walked in, and it's one of the things in the trailer, so if you guys check it out, but he was like, I need help raising this baby. And they were like, well, this is a group for mothers. He was like, no, it says parents. I belong here as well. I need help.
Discrimination.
Okay. It's like, no, I'm going to get some help. Okay. And he was just describing what was coming out of her butt. Cause when babies poop, it's insane. And and he was not getting any sleep. He was like, help me. So I thought that was hilarious. I thought it was very cute and hilarious. And like, that's something, if you have a comedic actor who's known for it, they can punch up those moments and really bring the dialogue in. And I felt like in those moments, like the many takes, I'm sure he had room to like do a little improv to kind of like boost it up.
I feel like he did.
Which I think is smart with someone like that, to kind of allow them the takes. So I think that's a good call on the director to like, okay, give them the room to do it in a different way, so to bring out the scene. I love the dialogue. I think the good dialogue comes from really good characters, so you know how to like put the words in their mouth. So that was one scene. And then another scene that stood out was which scene with the dialogue? Well, I think the one with him, what I mentioned before, Maddie getting mad at him, like, hello, like, no, don't break up with your girlfriend. Also, I like family. Like, what do we? Yeah, we need more community. You know what I mean? So I thought that was an excellent way, and I think they gave her words that matched her age.
I was just about to say that
she wasn't using like big ass thesaurus words like, you got a genius on your hands? Like, really? Like, she used the word hypothesis? What? Why? Like, that's crazy. So I thought that was good. I'm trying to think of the other. I found it weird, and I guess this points to dialogue, but maybe more story. But the nuns who were like super strict about her not wearing pants. I don't know if that still is a thing that happens.
Whole thing that was weird.
It was really, really, really weird.
I'm guessing that was a part of the real life story. Yeah, that's why they like fought so hard to put it in there, but it didn't really. That was one thing in the story. It just didn't hit the way it was supposed to. It was like emphasize, but there was like building up to what? Yeah. Like, there was no payoff. Yeah. But I'm guessing that was because it was real. So they had to like put it in there. Yeah.
I think you're right. Because I think another angle that they could have done, like, since they have now Black protagonist,
Mm-hmm.
they could have did something about her hair, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Like, that is still very much going on, where natural hair in schools, where it's like, oh, this is uncouth, whether they're wearing, you know, because we're rocking, you rock these beautiful
I know, you see it.
Shout out to Ty. But yeah, like, there's it's still going on, and it's still very relevant, particularly when it comes to little Black girls and policing their hair and what is acceptable, particularly in those very strict environments about what is acceptable and distracting and, you know, ugly or whatever, as opposed to, I guess, the pants situation. Not to say that maybe it doesn't happen. I haven't been to Catholic school in a long time, but
Never been.
Yeah, I think there could have been a way or a different aspect to look into that and have a conflict in the school, if that's what they wanted, that could have really been more impactful than that, because that seemed a bit confusing to me.
Yeah, same. So if they wanted to stay, maybe that happened in real life, and they wanted to stay true to the subject matter, but just for story purposes, maybe they could have like switched it a little bit, like you said. So yeah, because there was no payoff to all the setup, build up for that situation. Like, so, but so we talked about overall. We could talk about writing and story, but like I said, this is based off of a memoir. So I'm like, they're probably staying true to the memoir. I don't know how true, but talked about characters, dialogue. Let's talk about tone a little bit. I think the tone was kept throughout. I mean, it was supposed to be a heartfelt, family comedy, comedic drama movie, and it nailed that. Like we talked about, both elements of comedy and drama were there, melded together perfectly. So all of that goes into great tone.
Yes.
What do you think?
Yeah, I completely agree. I appreciate that. You know, this was something like you can watch and be relaxed. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to come in and like have huge gasp, like, oh, did you know? Like, it wasn't anything like that. It was very much heartfelt. They did have, of course, a climax. They had all the points in the story to make sure you stay interested. But, you know, we weren't going to get these like, you know, what we're used to Kevin Hart with, these big sort of, you know, big acting style comedic jokes or whatever. It was all like, this is set and grounded in real life, right? And going back based to the real story, it still felt very grounded. Didn't feel like all over the place. So I think they did a good job with tone, and of course they did that through the dialogue, they did that through the story, and the way the characters interacted with each other. So yeah, I agree with you.
Yes. So overall, I think it's a nice watch. Yeah. And it's a good story to talk about, you know, because we talk about, you know, mothers all the time, and we should. Yeah. Okay. Truly. Because we carry the goddamn child, and we push the goddamn child out our goddamn vagina. So bitch, you gonna talk about us. Yes. But it is nice because to talk about, you know, fathers as well, because I love my father. My father was amazing. Yeah. And you need fathers. Yeah. Unfortunately, some people don't know their father, don't grow up with their father. Some people lose their father. So unfortunately, some people don't have father figures, but it is needed to have a father. So this was kind of flipping that on its head and showing a dad doing it by himself, which was good, you know? And it's kind of flipping that whole, like you were talking about before, like men don't know how to raise children. They don't know what the fuck to do. He ain't know what the fuck to do, but he was trying. Right. And he wasn't incompetent. Okay. So, which is what they try to portray fathers as a lot. Right. And fathers don't be incompetent as they be trying to act like they are. Right. They can be. Don't get me wrong now. Some of y'all daddies be, but... You know, not all daddies are like that. Yeah. And most fathers, you know, they try their damn best. Yeah. So they have the gene to raise children too. So I'm glad that, you know, this story was brought to life, because the memoir came out in 2011. So they're 10 years making this memoir. So I'm glad they decided that this story needed to be told. And they went through with it, pushed it through, and even when Channing Tatum, whatever happened with that, they still decided to make it, you know, and make it with Kevin Hart. Yeah. But one thing that, and I I thought that this was a theme that they were trying to come out with, but now that I know it's based on a real memoir, was, you know, women dying in childbirth, pretty much, because she pretty much died in childbirth. And I remember there's this issue coming up about black women being 3 times more susceptible to dying in childbirth than white women. So I thought that that was a theme that they were trying to like kind of bring to the surface when they had, you know, the mother die and pretty much die in childbirth, but that's what actually happened in real life. And in real life, they were white. So But I am taking this time to bring that social issue up. If you guys have heard of that social issue, definitely look it up, research it. But I have a little article here that I just wanted to bring up. So American women die in childbirth at a higher rate than any other developed country, which is crazy. Truly. Because we're supposed to have the best medical stuff, right? Whatever. But non-Hispanic black women are more than 3 times more likely to have a maternal death than white women in the United States, which is crazy. And so it's due to like, you know, racial disparities, mental mortality, morbidity, and infant health. And it also has to do with a lot of the stuff, you know, just black women go through in general, like trauma, womb trauma, stuff like that. So it's a really interesting issue that a lot of people, I mean, I've seen people talking about it, but we probably could talk about it a little more. Truly. And also, doctors don't be listening to black women.
That part.
Doctors don't be listening to black women.
That part.
It's just what it is. If you got a black doctor, that's why some black people are trying to go to black doctors. And there's not enough black doctors. But, you know, if you have a doctor that's not black, sometimes they don't be listening to your ass. So that's another thing that I think contributes to, you know, black women dying more in childbirth. So I thought this movie was kind of trying to bring that to light, but that's actually what happened in real life. So it wasn't the case, but still thought it would be worth it to bring it up.
And I actually think that could have been an area, like, again, they switched casts, so why not? Like, why not lean into it and talk about that? They probably wanted to make it a little bit more heartfelt. That's probably why they didn't do it. But I agree with you. That's definitely something that should be highlighted a lot more because, like you said, there's still a notion, particularly in the medical community, where it's like they're not listening to black women, and then 2, not believing black women when they say certain things are happening with their body. And if you don't have the resources to advocate for yourself, if you don't have the resources to go to a new hospital, if you don't have that, a lot unfortunately it happens a lot. But you know, fuck that. It's time to change that immediately. Exactly. And to keep that in mind, as many people, women, however you enter into motherhood, keep that in mind, you know, to protect yourself, have the resources you can available to you at all times, and hopefully have a great physician that will listen to you, understand your body, and have the community and support that you need. So perfect.
And piggybacking off of that, another thing that I just remembered, another thing that they do is thinking that black women can take more pain
that part,
than a normal person, and are stronger than a normal person. Like that has been, you know, it's been out that that's what some doctors think, which is fucking stupid. Like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, that's crazy. So anyways, all that what you just said was correct. Make sure that you have your resources. You know, if you are, and now we're getting into other stuff, but if you are, you know, pregnant, having a baby, you're a black woman, make sure that you are covered and protected by the blood of Jesus. Come on. And also, you know, have doctors who give a fuck about you. And that's just facts, no printer. Or you can just have, you know, natural birth. A lot of, you know, I've been seeing that a lot.
But look into the fine print, because I have never given birth. I don't know if I will ever get to or want to, but look into how much it costs, because our healthcare system is fucked. So know what you fit into, you know, call up that health insurance if you have it. I pray to God we all have it, but you know, we live in the ghetto now. So, you know, make sure you know how much what you're paying for and what that insurance is paying for, what they not paying for. Cause I've seen stories where it's like, I gave birth, came home happy, and the insurance was like, hey girl, we're not paying for this. And it's like, well, I could have been at home if you weren't doing all that.
Facts.
If you were doing all that. So double check, and it's expensive, but make sure, you know, we're lifting up all the mothers entering motherhood. If you know, do it naturally, if you adopt, if you, whatever you do, you raising, you know, nephews, grandbabies, all that, like, we lift you up.
We lift you up in prayer. Yes. But yeah, so basically the gist of that little blurb was to say, listen to Black women, okay?
Period.
And that's on period. Okay. That is on period. Okay. So yeah. Anyways, back to the topic. Watch Fatherhood.
Yeah, it was good.
As well. Watch Fatherhood on Netflix. Let us know what you think. Yes. We want to know. We want to know what you guys think about the movie as well. We enjoyed it it gave what it was supposed to give.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely check it out. And that is the end of our main segment.
Yes.
We'll take a little break and then be back with our Niggas You Should Know segment. Hey. You know, I had a weird craving for
what?
The damn Red Lobster biscuits.
Ooh, they're good though. Wow. Hello. We are back with our last segment, y'all. Niggas You Should Know. And the person I'm highlighting, because she's underage, I don't want to, classify her with the N word, but she's so adorable. If you don't know who I'm talking about, it is Melody Hurd, and she played Maddie in Fatherhood. But she's in her short life here. She's only 9 years old. Already.
Oh my God, I thought she was younger than that.
Oh yeah, 9 years old, and the resume is longer than mine, honey. I don't got no credits, honey. So, Miss Melody over here, if you didn't know her from Fatherhood, she was also in the Amazon series Them, and it is the horror. Yeah. Talk about range already. For you, like she's already bringing range. Wow. And 9 years old, and she was also in a film called Battle at Big Rock. She is on her way. Also, it's the perfect skin for me, like truly.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. So,
too much.
Yeah, so just reviewing Them came out April 9th on 2021, and then of course June 18th dropped Fatherhood. So she's back to back hits on all you motherfuckers, okay? She's been praised for her work, and she was selected in 2019. Director Patrick Louis selected her for Janice's role in the movie Trick, but she didn't get much fame at that time. So she's been working for a while.
Only 9. She's been working for a minute.
I mean, truly. She comes from a family. So her older sister, Lyric Hurd, is working as an actress model, and is better known in the industry for work in Forbidden and All In. Super young. I don't know how she's managing all the things.
Yeah, she looks just like this girl. Truly, I thought they were the same person, but it's two different people.
So yeah, she's from Maryland, and her family lives in the Washington metropolitan area. What's up to the DMV? And yeah, now I'm sure she's close to LA, because they calling her out for the gigs and the movies and the series, honey. So I cannot wait to see as she has her career continues to grow. Beyond that, what she's been in, and I don't think I've seen her in, was in Fatherhood. Amazing, like completely, like killed it. So shout out to parents who have kids with talents. I'm not gonna know what to do if my kids talking about I'm like, I don't know what you're gonna do. Here's a camera, be on TikTok. I don't know what you're gonna do, child. But shout out to the parents supporting this young thespian out here killing the game. And yeah, she is definitely someone you should watch out for. 2021 was already her year, and she's 9. So yeah. Crazy. And we were coming out of pandemic, and she still was collecting checks. That's not like everyone.
She got them panini checks.
Okay. All right. Alongside Kevin Hart. Okay. Talking to Dewanda Wise, like they kikiing. So truly on her way. She's a star. Super excited to see what comes next for her. So yeah, remember her name, Melody Hurd.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all better remember. Y'all better remember and stop playing. Okay. So my nigga that you should know is the amazing and beautiful Dewanda Wise. Amazing. Y'all probably know her because she was obviously in this movie Fatherhood, but she also starred in Spike Lee's series She's Gotta Have It, which was an updating of his 1986 film. So that's where I first saw her. Yep. But she's been acting for a minute, okay? Yep. Her resume is stacked too. So she graduated from New York University's Tisch School of the Arts with her Bachelor in Fine Arts in Drama and Urban Studies. Okay. And she actually befriended Gina Rodriguez back then, which I don't really like Gina Rodriguez no more. She be running her mouth. Agreed. Ugh, God. So, but she's been she's been working, okay? Mm-hmm. So she made her film debut appearing in the 2007 drama film Spinning Into Butter, which starred Sarah Jessica Parker, and she had secondary roles in the film Steam and Precious. Don't remember seeing her in Precious.
I don't.
But
I'm sure she was in it. It's probably because I didn't like recognize her.
Yeah, I didn't recognize a lot of people there. But that's dope. And then she had a leading role in the independent romantic comedy film How to Tell You're a Douchebag, which premiered at Sundance. And the next year, she started having a recurring role in Underground, which was critically acclaimed.
That was a good show.
Don't know why it got canceled, but whatever. Yeah. And starred opposite Sanaa Lathan in the Fox miniseries Shots Fired. So I remember that being. Yeah. I think that was
a cop show.
It was I think it was about like police brutality.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So it was about police brutality and shit like that.
Okay.
Unarmed shooting.
Okay.
And investigating into the fact that cops like to shoot niggas who are unarmed. Shocking, right? Mm-hmm. But in 2007 she was in. That's when she started being in She's Gotta Have It, but that got canceled after 2 seasons. But you can still watch her on that, and that's where I first saw her. Like I said, she was cast in Captain Marvel.
Ooh, come on, get this Marvel.
But she left the project due to scheduling conflicts with She's Gotta Have It.
But that's okay.
That's okay.
Yes,
that means it's just coming around later.
Yes.
So she appeared in the film The Weeknd, which is directed by Stella McGee. I remember that movie came out. It had Daniel from Insecure up in there too. And then she was with Rodriguez and Brittany Snow in the romantic comedy film Someone Great for Netflix.
Yeah, although that was funny.
It was, I enjoyed it. Lakeith Stanfield was in there too, looking all fine with his little dreads or whatever. He had little dreads in there. And then now she's in Fatherhood and will be co-starring in the sequel Jurassic World Dominion, which is coming out next year. So
nice.
She about to get that Jurassic World check. It's over. It's over.
Studio. Check.
So it's over for our girl Dewanda Wise. I mean, y'all probably know who she is because I know y'all niggas watch She's Gotta Have It and watch the other stuff that she was in. But make sure that you continue to look out for my girl.
Yes.
Because she is taking off, y'all.
As she deserves.
Truly. As she deserves. And with that, we're at the end of the episode. Our first episode in the new studio. Yes, y'all. So exciting. This is a very iconic episode because, like I said, we're coming back to video for you hoes. I know y'all want to see how cute we is. I know, bitch. I know, like a good look. Okay. And also, we have the new site. We have the merch. We got a lot going on. And we are back in the stew.
Yes.
We got guests coming. So it's a lot going on. So make sure that you are tuned in, keeping up. Make sure you go to the site, Tinseltown, what the fuck is it called? TinselTownTea.com.
Come on, TinselTownTea.com.
And make sure you sign up. So you're going to see a little pop-up that is going to ask you to sign up for the email mailing list. Please sign up for that because that is how you will get info about what's going on because we going to blow up, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, we're already doing the damn thing, but we finna blow up even more than that. So you don't want to miss out on any stuff we got going on. We're going to be having tings, okay? Tings coming. Big tings coming. So make sure you sign up for the mailing list. Make sure you're following us on the Instagram.
Yes.
Make sure you're continuing to engage, subscribe, comment, rate, whatever the fuck. Reviews, do it all.
Yeah.
Because it helps us out so we can continue to do this for y'all.
Yes.
Because y'all who we do it for.
Journey. Join us on this journey. Like, we're all here. I know a lot of listeners are from all backgrounds, everything. But, you know, as writers, if you want to get into the game, you have to build community. So Tinsel Town Tea is the place to do that. Again, what Corey said, we're on all things Tinsel Town Tea, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Look at friends. And TinselTownTea.com. So get the merch. Corey did a great job. I have to give credit to her. Like, she killed it. So please check out all the things. Follow us on all the things. Buy all the things. It's cute. It's cute. We're going to be rocking it. Don't worry. And check us out. Keep listening. Keep subscribing. Share a friend. And also shout out to the network we're on. Period Network. Okay. This is what we're setting up in the studio. Shout out to our CEO and engineer. Making sure we sound right every week. So super excited. This is episode 81. We're almost getting to 100.
Jesus Lord. We got to do a big shindig for the 100th episode.
Yeah. It'll be
get
fun.
Wasted.
I think that would be great, actually. I think it would be great. We're going to waste it. So, So with that, Yeah, that's the end.
That's it. Bye, y'all.
Bye.